We are being taken to a working opal mine. We met a man in the street who owns the mine and he owns an opal shop. We'll go and see him after this. But this is Nick. How he knows where he's going. We have just driven around piles of dirt, mounds of dirt. We have no idea where we are. We could be kidnapped. We're going to see how a working opal mine in operation and a real one. A real one. So that's what we're doing. Right. Now this is Nick. He's brought us out to where the operations are underway. He is the driver of the machinery and the excavator, working with George. And this is what's known as a small cut, is it, Nick?
It's one of our small cuts. Yes.
Small cuts. They've done their homework and dug a couple of holes to see if it's compatible to coming and putting a big mine in, or a big mine in. Yeah, so that's what we're doing, and we're going to see one in operation, aren't we? We are, Nick. So do you think Nick digs this out by hand with a shovel and a crowbar? This is probably the biggest digger I've ever seen. And there's a couple of those. I can see 3 of them over there. Bulldozers, and that is extraordinary. So there's probably a shekel or 2 in opal mining, or you wouldn't have all this stuff out here. Wow. Well, this mine was abandoned and Nick and George took it over because the man who abandoned it only processed, did he?
Yeah,
he only processed. These people, what do? We mine it, and when he left it and they bought the bulldozers down here, Nick said they found money on the ground, and I thought, wow, what? He lose his wallet? Money is opals lying on the ground, and I bet they didn't tell the bloke who abandoned the mine that they'd found it, but they work in different ways. One processes it, the other mines it and develops it.
Wow.
And that's a result of it, and that's plenty of material in there, and there's probably a fortune in them there hills.
Made it through safely.
We are about to see a real live working opal mine where the scoria or the raw is put into that big vat outside, or that big container, and then it just comes through here on a conveyor belt. I can see an infrared light there. I'm not sure if that'll show the opals, if there's any. But this is extraordinary, and this is Nick. People like Nick sit, I presume, and they just watch the rough or the mined dirt, scoria, whatever you call it, go through on this conveyor belt.
See how it really works.
Yeah, it's amazing.
This is what we'll be looking for. So it's a silica. So there's just big pieces, that's potch. So there's huge pieces in there, white pieces. Everything glows differently.
Yeah.
And not all opal glows. So whoever tells you that all opal glows,
Yeah.
that's a lie. So what we're looking for is material like this here, guys. So as you can see, everything fluoresces differently.
Well, we're about to start the process of feeding the rocks that are in the big hopper outside in here, and Nick's going to cast his eye across it, and this is looking for opals. This is how it's done.
Smile, because your teeth are white.
Well, Nick just sits here, casting his eye over. He's already pulled bits out that he has recognised or has identified, and sits here, I don't know how, most of the day or most of the month or whatever, whenever the machine's going, and he grades and sorts out what he thinks would be bearing opals or material suitable to be processed.
Did you get one?
Well, it looks different to what else has been coming out, but far be it for me to say, but that looks different. So I presume that's the idea, is to anything that looks a little different from the general run of what's coming out, you take and put up top there, and then analyse it later in the light of day. You see this here? Don't worry about my fingernail. That is a different hue,
Hue.
a different colour to the rest.
Yeah, you can't really pick it up on the
No, you
camera, but
can't.
that one's whitish and that one's yellowish.
Yes.
Well done.
We've been noodling, not canoodling, noodling. That's what you do. That's what it's called when you sort it. I don't know if you watch Opal Hunters Out Back on the television. This seems to be the unglamorous side of it. I'm not sure how much of that is real on the television, but
This
that
is a real deal.
painstaking and laborious, getting opals out of the ground. Noodling, and Nick is going to now fill the hopper up. That was full. We've gone through a hopper full, and he's going to fill it up with some more soil, scoria, whatever you call it. He's going to load it into the hopper, and then he'll go back and he'll noodle. He'll noodle all day. And there he goes. We were inside that little shed there doing that. And on the process goes.
Wow, done.
Now, Nick's guiding us out. We would have no idea how to get out of this. This is just like driving around. Not that I've ever driven around the Grand Canyon, but you would never find your way out here amongst all the hills and piles of screening that have come out of the mine that we've just been watching. So that is an eye-opener. That is how people make a living, doing this sort of thing, and in the middle of Australia. That's why we're doing this. Stuff we've never seen before. It's a beautiful thing. So this is George, and we've been sent down to George because he's an authority. He's got a story about opals and stones, and that's why we're here. We thought we'll get a piece of memorabilia, Australia-made opals from Coober Pedy.
Opal is this is Coober Pedy. Welcome to Coober Pedy, the opal capital of the world.
Thank you, George.
We produce the most 95% of the world's opal comes from Coober Pedy, and it is the rarest gemstone in the world. So as I said,
Is it?
It is. As it's
Not diamonds?
diamonds aren't rare because the Jews control it. So they put them all in a vault and then they sell them to you for an enormous amount of money. In
I
actual
see.
fact, if it was a free market, it would be the price of glass. Sapphires are controlled by the Sri Lankans. Rubies are controlled by the Indians. Colombians control the emeralds. So this is a free market.
Oh, jeez. How lucky are we
You're
that
very
we're
lucky
in
to
the
be
opal
buying an
capital of the world?
From the opal capital of the world.
So go on, and you said there's a bit of history about
There's a bit of
opals.
history. I mean, there has been opal found in Egyptian tombs, and that was from Ethiopia. And the red opal was supposed to represent fire, and it was supposed to have health properties, but also it was a sex stone. So it was
what?
a sex stone, SEX stone.
Give us this tray here, will you?
By the shop.
Oh, you've got a big stone somewhere. Anyhow, so you said they're found in Egyptian tombs. How come they're found in Egyptian tombs if Australia has the opal?
Ethiopia is right next to Egypt, and
No,
Ethiopia.
what about Australia?
Well, we weren't discovered then.
I see.
We were still running around and
all right,
hanging off Asia.
All right, yeah, we were too.
And yeah, it's a brilliant gemstone. It brings you a lot of luck. A lot of famous people in the world have opals. The latest one I read about yesterday was Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
She's got a total love for opals.
Is she?
So is Muskie Baby, the one that does the electric cars.
Yeah,
he loves opal. South African dude.
So they could well make a trip out to
I hope
Coober
so.
Pedy
We've had a lot of them.
Come and speak to George.
Have a lot. I just did some last year for William Shatner.
Yes.
I did 18 pieces for the women in his life.
Did you?
So he came mining with me, and then I cut them, and then we
She
got them
just
set
got
that way.
engaged. Taylor Swift, maybe you can give it to a footballer husband.
Yeah.
That might prove his sex drive.
You reckon?
You reckon he'd need it?
I think he's a bit younger than you and I. I think he doesn't need it.
No, all right. Well, there we are. So we're going to just make a small purchase. You won't be able to retire on it, but nevertheless.
And a discount was given.
That's good. And a certificate of
And a certificate of authenticity. Yes.
And who writes that out?
Me.
And how do we know
Well,
your
it's
authentic?
got my ABN number on it. You've been referred to me. Don't give me a hard time, all right? The
Righto.
discount will go up.
Well, there we are. So I can imagine how this is going to go over, but it's not what you think. It's just a bit of...
Yeah, bit of fun.
You've got it on. Well, show it. Well, it looks great. All right, button it off.
Thank you.
Cheers.